Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a totally fascinating concept, Grow. Specifically, we're looking at the case for reputation marketing business models. We're going to explore how some of the absolute most successful companies in the world are, quite literally, monetizing trust. We'll dig into the data, the psychology, and the exact frameworks they use to turn 5-star reviews into this compounding, automated lead generation engine. It completely flips traditional marketing on its head, and honestly, it's an incredible shift to witness.
So think about this for a second. What if your reputation wasn't just a byproduct of your business, but your primary product? For decades, the traditional mindset has really just been that online reviews are something that passively happens to a company, right? You provide a service, and then you kind of just cross your fingers and hope someone leaves a nice comment online. But in today's digital landscape, that passive approach is actually a massive liability. We literally need to reframe how we think about customer feedback from the ground up.
We have to make a fundamental shift here. We need to move away from that old way of treating reputation as just a passive byproduct and instead intentionally engineer it to be our ultimate marketing asset. Because look, we have officially entered the trust economy. And here's the harsh truth: consumers simply do not believe branded advertising anymore. They're totally tuning out slick commercials and standard marketing copy. Instead, they fundamentally rely on each other. A true reputation marketing model doesn't just wait around, it actively engineers the collection and amplification of those 5-star reviews, building this impenetrable moat of social proof that basically does all the selling for you.
All right, let's get into Section 1, the economics of trust. Honestly, wrap your head around this staggering statistic: 90%. According to the data, over 90% of consumers say they trust online reviews exactly as much as personal recommendations from their own friends and family. Think about the gravity of that for a minute. A complete stranger's typed opinion on the internet holds the exact same weight as a recommendation from someone's own mother or best friend. That right there is the ultimate currency of the trust economy.
So how does this actually translate into day-to-day business operations? Well, first off, it dictates your search engine visibility. Google's algorithms heavily reward review volume and velocity. If you're getting consistent reviews, you're going to dominate the local 3-pack map results, which creates an organic lead generation engine that completely bypasses your traditional ad spend. Secondly, these reviews pre-sell the customer. People who read glowing testimonials before they even pick up the phone to call you, they have drastically shorter sales cycles. And finally, actively managing this allows for what we call agile service recovery. Basically, you catch those bad experiences internally and fix them before they ever escalate into public 1-star disasters.
Here's another powerful number for you: 9%. Data from the Harvard Business School actually proves that having an excellent reputation completely overrides discount-seeking behavior. Businesses that have engineered a flawless reputation can charge up to 9% more for the exact same identical products compared to their competitors. When people trust you, price sensitivity just drops. They are more than happy to pay a premium just for guaranteed peace of mind. The math behind this concept is what we call the star rating revenue multiplier. It essentially takes this abstract concept of online stars and turns it into a concrete financial asset. Studies show that a mere 1-star increase in your overall Google or Yelp rating directly correlates to a projected overall revenue bump of 5 to 9%. So it's a direct mathematical relationship. Your star rating isn't just a pat on the back, it is literally a multiplier for your bottom line.
But here's the kicker: you don't just leave those reviews sitting over on Google. 20%. That is how much you can boost your on-page conversion rates simply by taking recent 5-star reviews and prominently displaying them in a live trust widget right on your own website's checkout or landing page. I mean, companies have built entire industries around this single mechanism. Seeing a third-party verified trust signal right at the exact moment of purchase totally alleviates anxiety and practically forces the conversion.
Moving right along to Section 2, brands that monetize trust.
Let's start with Airbnb. Remember, their original pitch was practically unheard of back in the day, convincing strangers to sleep in each other's homes. To actually make that work, Airbnb had to redefine trust as their actual core product. They instituted a mandatory double-blind review system. Neither the host nor the guests can see the other's review until both are submitted. This brilliant piece of engineering forced mutual honesty and safety. They didn't just market trust, right? They built their entire software infrastructure directly around it. Then we have Uber. 4.6. This is Uber's terrifying driver rating threshold. Uber's entire operational model relies on reputation. If a driver's rating drops below a 4.6 out of 5, they risk immediate deactivation from the platform entirely.
This brilliantly illustrates how a reputation system can act as a fully automated management and quality control tool. There are absolutely zero middle managers at Uber riding along in the cars. The review system is the management system, constantly enforcing safe, polite behavior.
Runs half a size small. Zappos realizes that highly specific customer feedback just like this is liquid gold. By actively encouraging and amplifying reviews about the exact fit of a shoe, they directly boost buyer confidence for the next person considering that purchase. But even more importantly, this tiny sentence reduces their massive return shipping costs. That right there is reputation marketing directly impacting overhead costs while simultaneously driving sales.
Okay, section 3. This is one of my favorites. Engineering viral empathy. Chewy is famous for doing things that make absolutely zero sense on a traditional corporate spreadsheet. They'll send hand-painted portraits of customers' pets. They actually send real sympathy flowers when a customer's pet passes away. These are deeply human, entirely unscalable acts of customer service. But the result? It's fascinating. The customers are so incredibly moved, they immediately take photos and post them all over social media. Chewy is engineering viral empathy, prompting their customers to do millions of dollars worth of organic, highly trusted marketing on their behalf.
But hey, what if your reputation is currently, well, terrible? Tastes like cardboard. Domino's actually orchestrated a brilliant turnaround campaign by airing that exact terrible one-star customer review on national television. They used radical transparency, essentially going out and saying, look, you told us we were awful, we listened, and we completely changed our recipe. That kind of raw vulnerability generated massive renewed trust and entirely turned the trajectory of the company around.
And in the realm of crisis PR, you really have to consider what happened when KFC in the UK actually ran out of chicken. It was a complete logistical disaster. But they didn't just put out some stiff corporate press release, no. They took out full-page ads with an empty bucket and they rearranged their own letters to say, FCK, we're sorry. It was an absolute miracle of PR. The extreme honesty, coupled with brilliant self-deprecating humor, repaired their reputation almost instantly. It proved that owning your mistakes with raw authenticity builds incredible, long-lasting loyalty. So how do we actually do this? Let's look at Section 4, Build Your Reputation Engine.
Here is your actionable blueprint. Step 1 is simply a mindset shift. You absolutely must accept that what you say about yourself is inherently less powerful than what your customers say about you. Step 2 is the mechanics. Do not wait for reviews to happen. Implement automated, agile surveys and immediate post-purchase SMS prompts so you can actively harvest that feedback while the customer is still delighted. And step 3 is the amplification. Take those hard-earned 5-star reviews and prominently display them using trust widgets across your website and entire digital footprint. Doing this creates a compounding reputation engine that operates 24/7.
I want to leave you with this final, kind of provocative thought. What are your customers saying about you right now? Because in the trust economy, those conversations are happening whether you are participating in them or not. Your reputation is your ultimate marketing asset. It's your highest converting sales tool, and really, it's the foundation of your future growth. It's time to stop treating it as a byproduct and start engineering it as your primary product. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you next time.